Yo, Elliot! So we got this question from Peanuts, 1195. He wants to grow bigger legs. He's a little embarrassed. He says he's 15 years old here and he feels like, he's going to have these skinny, puny legs for the rest of his life. He's even embarrassed to take his legs off in front of this one particular girl because she has bigger, stronger legs than him. He wants to know if he will always be less of a man because he's got these skinny fucking legs. What should he do? So the very first thing is, don't be concerned. You're only 15, dude. You probably are just approaching your growth spurt. You may be like the next Ronnie Coleman. Who the fuck knows? I don't know. But the thing is, right now, you've got to discover the methodology for building bigger muscle, bodybuilding. Bodybuilding is really the top way to build bigger muscles, right? Powerlifting for strength, strongman for functional ability, corrective exercise and stretches for posture. But if you want big fucking bulky muscles, it's bodybuilding. So you're gonna hear Elliott Hulse say something that contradicts things he said in the past. Look, here's the thing. When you hear me contradicting or double talking or giving advice to one person and then giving completely different advice to another person, it's because I take these questions from a place of clean slate. Clean slate. What do you want? What are you willing to do? Now, it's not whether or not Elliott Hulse's philosophy is enmeshed with this. It's not about what I like and what I don't like. It's about, like, how can I help you guys? And right now, if you got skinny fucking legs, you've got to do some leg extensions and leg curls. Now, I am truly concerned about your overall development as an athlete, as a man, as a bodybuilder, powerlifter, whatever it is that you choose to do. Your overall development is always more important than the specifics of what you gain. You don't want to gain one thing and lose a lot more. So, of course, the advice is always going to be use functional movement patterns, especially closed-chained exercises like squats and deadlifts. Keep doing that. My assumption is that you're already doing that, my friend. Right? You should already be doing squats and deadlifts. And the thing is with squats and deadlifts, because they require so much nervous energy, they can be a total drain on your entire physiology and not allow for you to isolate just the legs. In other words, your legs might still have more work to do, but because squats require a lot of back, a lot of core, a lot of shoulders, in fact, and same with deadlifts, those limiting factors, those parts of your physiology that are lacking will cause, it's like the weakest link in the chain, will cause the entire exercise to fall apart, and then your legs won't get what they need, right? Always start or end with functional movement patterns. But in the interim, while you need to create more stimulation for the quads, for the hamstrings, maybe even the calves, you've got to do calf raises. You've got to isolate those muscles with high volume, high repetition, short rest interval, all bodybuilding parameters type exercises. Leg extensions will work your quadricep by itself in absence of all the stimulation of the rest of your body. Right? Which gives you the energy and the concentration to develop that one freaking muscle. As you're just extending the leg, you're gonna feel your quads just burning, right? You gotta train that muscle. You gotta break it down and build it up. Now, just to kind of like backtrack and put an umbrella over this whole thing, it's not all you do. You've also got to integrate those into functional movement patterns. And if you really want to be a badass, you integrate them into dynamic functional movement patterns like sprinting and jumping and things of that nature. Now, that's a part of Elliott Hulse's philosophy, is that you take all this isolation, but ultimately you got to integrate. You got to be able to be a functional human being. You've got to be an athletic badass. Aesthetic athletics, right? I heard a friend say that the other day. You got to be athletic, but you got to be aesthetic. That's fine, cool. Do the aesthetic shit, but always retain your ability to be athletic, because you don't want to be a big, bulky, useless meathead. You see? So I hope that helps, dude. Regular bodybuilding parameters, isolate those muscles. They will grow, but integrate them back into patterns. Peace. Yo, Elliot.